Hello, fly babies. It's me, your Flylady Kat, and I'm here today to give you peace in your life, control in your home, and to help you learn how to finally love yourself. This is me, sans makeup, no makeup. I got in from New York yesterday evening, early, took a shower, went to bed, woke up this morning, got on the phone, started mentoring, got off the phone, answered 4 days worth of Patreon questions, and now I'm here with you. So this is what you get. So hello everyone. Let's see, Mar. Hi, Rachel. And you are first, Aisha. Aisha, that's right. And Nancy. Hi, Nance. Thank you. Jennifer H. Misty Amon. Irene Hardwig. Hi, Irene. Ruth Ann Morris. Deidre. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be back. We had such a wonderful time, though. Jackie Longnecker. Oh, Rachel said, sorry I haven't been on this week. My grandma passed away on Saturday night. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Rachel. Melissa B. Hi, Kat and Mr. B. I missed you live a few days ago now. Hope the trip was good. Yes. Susan Youngkin said hi. So I didn't go live on my trip, except I did a little teeny bitsy weensy one I made in Central Park on Wednesday morning. So I made that for you because I was thinking about you. But am I tired? Is here. Thank you very much. So I want to talk to you today about something that one of my fly babies mentioned today. Renata mentioned to me. She's in Canada, and it was her last day to be my fly baby. And she mentioned something that a counselor had mentioned to her, and I thought, you know, that is pretty interesting. So I'm going to tell you about it. As you know, I advise you to have consequences for your children if they don't do something, if they choose not to. They're old enough to know what they're doing and they just choose not to, and it's something that has to be done. You've asked them to do it and they don't do it. There are consequences. But I also want to share with you or introduce to you a second thing. Now the reason, and I've known about this, but I really thought my fly babies are so sidetracked, maybe they can't do this, but maybe you can. And I know that some children are not, they don't care how many consequences they get. I had one like that. They would rather be rewarded. So I'm going to introduce to you the star chart. The star chart. And you probably are familiar with it. You may have tried it before, but let's do it now that we're organized. See if you can do a star chart. And that will be when you ask your child to do something and they do it, or they go above and beyond, or they're just so reliable or whatever, they get a star. And after so many stars, they're eligible to go out for, I don't know, yogurt or whatever. So my idea is to keep a star chart for your children, but don't halfway do it. Really commit to doing it. And somebody asked me today, who was it? Somebody asked me, I can't remember which one, how many stars would you recommend to give? And I said, it depends. You know, it depends on you. It depends on your level of effort in this. And it also depends on, you know, your children. So I would say, let's say that you ask your child to make their bed, and every day you go back in their room and you have to say, make your bed, and you go back and you have to say, make your bed, and you know, eventually they'll make their bed. And when they're young, super young, you've got to almost be right there with them. You don't make it for them, but you're right there with them. But sometimes if you walk in the room, they've made their bed and something more. Now, some kids are naturally organized and they naturally want to do that, but you know if your child has really made an effort to do something, or maybe they sweep the kitchen without you asking, or they just go to bed so well, just whatever you decide, you're in charge. They don't get to say when they get a star. They don't get to manipulate this at all. This is all you. You keep the stars. And then you say, you know what? You have 25 stars. Let's go get ice cream or whatever it is. So I really want you, and they can't say, my brother doesn't deserve a star or anything like that. If they do, they get a star taken off. You're in charge. Don't let them have access to this. This is you. Now, you can keep it in a spot they can see, but they're not allowed to do anything with it, and they're not allowed to comment on it negatively. Okay? So that's something that I would suggest you do. I think that my oldest daughter would have done really, really well with a star chart. I personally think I would have done really well with a star chart. I told several of my people today, my mentees, that I remember riding home from school on the bus with a big red star on my forehead. I'm so proud to show my mama my star. Sometimes they were gold, sometimes they were green, sometimes they were red, but I got a star, and it made me so happy. So I'm going to suggest you do that. Okay, I got some comments going on here. Let's see what they were. Let's see. Melissa's missed us live. My trip was great. Um, Shelly said, hi, beautiful cat and Mr. B. I think it might have been Shelly who said how many. Was it you, Shelly? No, it wasn't Shelly. It wasn't Shelly. Oh, I know who it was. Hang on. It was Allison Stevens. She's the one. It was Allison. Donna Reed, yay, you're back. Missed you so much. Thank you very much. Melissa said, so sorry to Rachel. I know, poor Rachel. Dash of domestic. Hi, my name is Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. Please put your name in every time. I really appreciate that. I have a quick question. I have a 3-month-old and a 2-year-old, and my 3-month-old is up by 5 every day. I don't know when to do my morning routine. Babies are, until they're 9 months old, you're not going to be able to get up before your baby. Almost always, a 9-month-old. So you're just going to have to work around the baby. So get up at 5, nurse your baby or feed your baby, whatever, put them back down, and then go do your thing. That's what you do, okay? Hopefully that helps. All right, good question though. Maria Conley says hey to everyone. And Vanessa, are you new? So if you are new, everyone welcome Vanessa. Mr. B said, put your questions in caps so I don't miss them. Thank you very much. Rachel found out her 19-year-old daughter is pregnant Sunday night. Well, Rachel, a new life in the world is a wonderful thing. Sometimes we see things and we think, oh my goodness, this could be the worst thing in the world. And sometimes it depends, you know, it just depends. But always when we look backwards, things work out and we say, thank goodness it happened the way it did. So God bless her. We'll pray for her and everybody else. And I know that, like Dorothy said, she was a pregnant teen. And it's hard. It is hard. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. My mother-in-law married when she was 14 and had Larry when she was 17. Thank goodness. I know. It seems crazy, doesn't it? But she married at 14. So, I mean, the world changes and people do different things and different areas of the country do different things. But the truth is, it's a really healthy time to have a baby when you're 19. Her body's healthy. She's not 16, she's 19. So, I know it's hard, but we're there for you. Don't worry. We'll pray for you. Okay? All right. Let's see. Ruth Ann said, I got a back injury, so I'm moving slow and taking breaks, but getting things done. Yeah, take it really easy with that back, Ruth Ann. See if you can delegate vacuuming and things that require your back. Maria said, it's okay, Rachel, you'll be in my prayers. My son had a little girl at 18, so upset at the time. Things all worked out, and I couldn't imagine my life without her. Yep. Welcome to Vanessa. Vanessa said, I've been watching a while, but this is my first time commenting. Thank you, Kat. Love your channel. Thank you, Vanessa, and we're so glad you're part of our community. Sorry you talked to me on the first day when I look like this, but oh well. Let's see. Thanks, Kat. She's really scared. I hope she follows you someday. Bless her little heart. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. Kimmy Adefioi. I'm not sure how to say your last name, Kimmy. But hi, it's been a while. Yes, it has. Maria Conley says, Rachel, he had full custody of her now. He has full custody, and I get to be part of her life every day. So, so much joy. Oh, here's Mr. B, my own husband. That's right, I forgot. Rachel, I had my wonderful son who was 50 when I was 19, and he has given me 2 amazing grandkids. All things work out for good, praise God. Yes. Larry got married at 19 years old, or 18, and then had Jamie when he was 19. They weren't pregnant, they just got married. But anyway, and he had Jamie and Fathom, and thank goodness they did, because now I have my 2 beautiful children. 2 of my 4. You're pretty pennies. Hi, Kat. Hi, everyone. Tara. Hi, Tara. So you see, Rachel, you don't even think about it when it's all past. It's just not even important. But right now, everything is so important, especially when you're 19. But she can do it with your help and a lot of prayer. Fran Apple says, hey, Rachel said, I can't believe I'm going to be a grandma at 40. You'll be the most energetic grandma ever, and you will love that baby so much. You get to get little, what Larry's mother called neck boogie, when you kiss him on the neck. So sweet. Jamie McDonald, hi, Kat. My mother-in-law's deceased now, but she said things that I loved. Jamie says, hi, Kat and Mr. B. Just had a bad storm. Got my nighttime routine done, and after dinner routine is done. Oh, I'm so glad you did, and I hope everybody's safe from those terrible storms that are going on. I talked to one of my clients today, I think again, Allison Stevens. pretty sure it was her, and that she had a tornado go by one side of her city and a tornado go by the other side of her city. So, and they're opening the dam and the river's flooding and just a big mess. So I hope you're safe where you are. Hi, Quito Michelle. And Deborah Wood said, I have a question. Look above if you don't mind. Larry, could you please repost her question? Hi, Kimmy, I was talking about you today. What was I saying? I was talking to one of my fly babies that I was mentoring, and I said, did you ever watch Kimmy? She said, I actually started watching you from Kimmy. And we were talking about something you did, Kimmy. Darn, I'll remember. It'll come back to me. But because we were talking about something she does, and I said, oh, Kimmy used to do that. I don't remember what it is now, Kimmy. You used to do lots of... Rachel's saying, Kimmy's here. Kimmy's in the live. We love us some Kimmy. Kimmy, how's your weather? Are you getting beautiful weather out there in Utah? I know you are. I was talking to someone in Draper today. She said it was cold. She was wearing a sweatshirt. Shelly Lee says, Kimmy, also glad to see you. Kimmy, another Kimmy said, Kimmy is fine, because I can't say her last name. I think it's Adafiore. I am fostering a sibling group of 3 facing uterine fibroids and was told I may not be able to have kids, so any life nurtured with love is a blessing. God will bless you. That's right. And Kimmy, we'll pray for you that you can get those uterine fibroids taken care of. Back in the day when I had them and endometriosis, they gave me a hysterectomy at 39, so I was lucky to have had my children. But you never know. Nowadays, they have more modern ways of doing things. It's cold and rainy, Kimmy says. Kimmy, she's in her apron, Kimmy says. Kimmy went to Costco. You went to Costco, Kimmy? I missed it. I've been on the phone all day helping people, working with my babies, my fly babies. Happy Nana said, I'm 40-some and just had my 3rd grandbaby today. Oh, a little girl. Love them so much. Got married young, and so did my children. Congratulations on your new granddaughter, Nana. The world's biggest Costco is in Salt Lake City. I did not know that. The biggest Costco in the world, Mr. B repeated. So funny. You know what Mr. B discovered when I was on vacation with Robin in New York City? He discovered, oh gosh, what's it called? What's the store called where you put the quarter in the buggy and you go shopping? And then when you get it, you put it back, the quarter comes back out. He went to that one. He said, they have really good things there. I said, I know. I haven't been there in a long, long time. And they just opened a new one. Or else he found a new one down here. Deborah Wood said, my kids get up at 5:30 in the morning, and when I get up before them, I am wiped out. And when I go to school in the evening, can I get the Flylady permission to go do my morning routine while the kids do theirs, or any suggestions? Why do your kids get up at 5:30? That's what I want to know, Deborah. Aldi, thanks. Thanks, Kimmy. Thanks, Marty. Aldi, yeah, that's what it is. Aldi. Yeah, he went to Aldi. He bought a couple of things there. He was excited. Did anybody repost that question that I asked you to repost? Pretty Pennies loves Aldi. Pretty Pennies, I've forgotten your name already. Something's on my toe. I'm sitting outside. Oh, it's an ant. Let me get it. Hold on. Hold on. It's between my toes. There it is. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Dead ant. Poor little ant. He shouldn't have come there. He was in a danger zone. Let's see. Charlotte Welch. Hi there, folks. Hi, Charlotte. Rachel, I have to go to the burn clinic on Tuesday because I have a severe 2nd-degree sunburn on my face and hands caused by an antibiotic. What? Did you go out in the sun taking an antibiotic, Rachel? Poor thing. Melissa said, hi, Marty. Well, one thing about, my daughter Karen she has, it's not cancer, but like precancerous things. She's really a moly person. She's beautiful, but she has skin issues. And so they do like a chemical burn, and it actually makes her skin beautiful. So that's a kind of a chemical burn. Maybe you're going to be extra gorgeous now, Rachel. Vanessa said, I'm 36 and just found out I'm having a granddaughter in September. My son is also 19. There you go. A granddaughter. Congratulations. So exciting. Tara, thank you, Pretty Pennies. Get the spray, Mr. B said. Well, I can't leave from right here, but it was just one. I don't see any more on the ground, Larry, so we're fine. Aldi, thank you, Libby. Deborah Woods, my kids get up at 5:30 because they go to sleep at around 7:30. They are 5 and 3. They get up at 5:30 because they go to bed at 7:30. Most kids who go to bed at 7:30 sleep till 6:30, but yours just don't need that much. Well, why don't you put them to bed an hour later, and then you can get up at 6 and then get up at 6:30. See if you can do that. You might not be able to do it like bam, but maybe just slowly but surely, a couple extra minutes till you get them a little later, because 5:30 is too early in the morning for any human being to wake up. If mine woke up at 5:30, I would say it's too early to get up, go back to bed. But it's hard to tell a 3-year-old that. 5-year-old you can. So I would just say, if they're probably in the same room and the 5-year-old's waking the 3-year-old up, I betcha. Danielle said she missed me. Thank you, Danielle. Betty B, hi everybody. And Kat, I do so love me some Marty. You are my hero. Mr. B saying to Marty. Yeah. Okay. What else is going on? I've only been on here for 15 minutes and it seems like a long time. I don't know why. Asia said, that's my kids too. They go to bed at 7:30 and wake up between 5:45 and 6. Yeah, I would just put them to bed at 8, but I would do it like slowly. If your babies are just naturally waking up, then I'd give them a little more time at night and be quiet in the morning, and probably one is waking the other up. Roxanne said, haha, 5:30 is too early for any human being. No, it's too early to get up unless you're working at a hospital or somewhere where you have to be there super early. Except Jennifer gets up that early, I believe. She has a video about that. Well, Jennifer's writing. If you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because you want to write, that's different. And she goes to bed really early too. Marty said, there's a new child's clock for toddlers. You don't get out of bed until the sunshine shows. My 3-year-old granddaughter has one and it's great. Ooh, I like that. Where did she find that, Marty? Maybe you could put a link on for us. It's a good idea. Asia said, that's why I'm never able to get ready before my kids. I need that. Yes, you do. All kids are different. They really are. But I bet you $1 million the 5-year-old is waking up the 3-year-old. And I bet you the 5-year-old needs to go to bed a little later. And then have a conversation with them about not waking up their sibling. I may be wrong. It's happened before. I was wrong once. One other time in my life. Ha ha. Look what Larry bought. Coasters that say Happy Camper. It's so funny with his little kitschy stuff. Link for the alarm clock. Yes, Marty's getting it. She'll find it. She'll get it. If she doesn't get it during this call, she'll send it to Mr. B and he'll link it below for you guys, okay? For the alarm clock. I think that's such a cute idea. But a 5-year-old you can have a conversation with. When my daughter, this is Pretty Penny's Tara, when my daughter was young, she was trained not to get out of bed until I come to get her, which was usually 30 minutes after she woke up. Yeah, when mine woke up, I'd say, go potty, get a drink of water, and go back to bed. It's too early. Any skeeters out there, Miss B? Nope, no skeeters, just that one little ant. He didn't bite me. He just tickled me, but I killed him anyway. Poor thing. I feel bad about killing anything, but I didn't want to put him back in the ground because he would bite me then. His hair, dude. Y'all, I had the most fun in New York City. Let me tell you what I did. I've never had one of these before, but I went to a place called Dry Blow, and they washed my hair with wonderful stuff that smelled awesome and massaged my scalp and gave me wonderful, beautiful cream, kind of conditioner all over. And then my hair has to have a cold rinse to close the cuticle because it's frizzy, which I try to do I do at home, but it freezes me to get my hair cold. But anyway, he did this. I was laying back in the thing and he put a warm towel. I know he put some kind of leave-on conditioner on at the end, and then I felt very slowly him taking a towel and then very slowly this warm towel slowly caressing my head, like he did it real slow. And then he left it on and he took the water and he started it warm and he very slowly made it cooler and cooler until finally it was cold. And then I felt him slip the towel off and he was giving me a totally cold rinse without freaking me out. And then he blew my hair dry, and he took a long time doing it because I have a lot of hair. And then when he curled it, he just took like little skinny pieces, like I do big chunks, you know, and he did like little skinny pieces. He took forever, and he curled them, and it stayed curly all day, even with the New York wind just blowing it. And the next day it even had a little curl. Now it's just straight. But gosh, it was the most wonderful treat. I think I'd rather have that done than have my nails done. I totally do. I may be doing it again. It was awesome. Dickie's here. Who did I miss? Let's see. Marty said, waiting on a reply from DIL. Melissa said, Kat, your daughter is lovely. I didn't catch the live replay, but I enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Hi, Kat and Mr. B from Santa Paula, California. Hi, Dickie. Yes, my daughter, Robin, we went to New York City to celebrate her release of her book. Ooh, I've got to have the book. I wanted to show you the book. Dang it. Mr. B, can you bring me the book? It's right there. Just open the door and throw it to me. It's right in my seat across from you. I've got other monitors on here right now, other mods. That would be awesome. Anyway, we had the most marvelous time. We got there on, I hear him coming. We got there on, thanks babe, toss it. You're the best. And I'm a good catch. Look at her book, y'all. A Love Like Yours. A Love Like Yours by Robin Huber. And it has all this, 21st? My legs were so sore. We walked like 10 miles a day. I'm not joking. 9.9 miles on my phone. And my phone wasn't even charged half the time. And we did like something like 40 flights of stairs the whole time we were there. And I ate like crazy. And I think it's because I was starving because I was burning so many calories. We'll see. Anyway, on the night this was released at midnight. Oh, you're loving it, Robin? On the night it was released, I had gone to bed. I left them downstairs and they were having drinks and peanuts and fun, and I had had a Diet Coke with lots of fruit in it and said, I'm tired, I have to go to bed, and just totally skipped, I totally forgot that this was going to be released at midnight. The whole reason we were there. I don't know why no one said anything, but whatever. So I went to bed and I left the light on, and my daughter Karen and I were sharing a room, and Karen came in and she said, Mom, are you awake? And I said, no. And she said, why is the light on? I said, I left it on so you could see, but then I was awake. And she said, Mom, Robin dedicated the book to me. I said, what? And look here, y'all. Let me show you. So sweet. Let me find it. It says, I don't know if you can read it. It says, for my sister, Karen, who gave me my first romance novel. And she said, Mom, I'm not a crier, but I was so crying on the inside. And they had these great pictures of them hugging and everything. It was so, so sweet. And then in the back, under the acknowledgments, of course, she says, thank you to her agent, and then, a paragraph about that. Thank you to Lexi, her editor, whom we met, who is just adorable, and a paragraph about her. And then it says, thank you to the amazing women in my life who have been part of this journey since the beginning. My mom, Kathy Brewer, that's me, for your endless support and encouragement. My sister, Karen Shalters, for always making me laugh, especially at the rough drafts. Shannon Baum, her best friend, who was there with us, for being my biggest cheerleader and unofficial publicist. Angie King, another one of her best friends who was also up there with us, for always believing in me and staying up all night to get to the good parts. And Ann Ray, who is Shannon's mother and Robin's second mother. They were our neighbors when Robin was little. And Ann Ray, who was also there with us, for your unwavering pride in my ability to write a book. I'm still just as surprised each time that happens. Wasn't that sweet? And then she thanked all of her beta readers. She had a big group of beta readers reading for her, and then in the end she thanks her husband. Listen to this, y'all. It's so sweet. Most of all, thank you to my husband, Kevin Huber. Not only are you my biggest fan, you're my favorite person, even though you leave your clothes on the floor. Thank you for teaching me to be brave and for giving me 3 incredible kids that I adore. I love and cherish our family more than words can express. It's because my heart is so full to share with the world. Also, thank you for teaching me the difference between an uppercut and a right hook, because the character in here is a boxer. The man is a boxer. The woman is an artist. She's an artist. He's a boxer. So good. And it's a 2-parter. So I'm so excited to get the actual book in my hands. She was really freaking out in New York because she said, oh my gosh, the book is out and I don't have it because they don't release it from the publicist. It has to come through the channels. And people were getting the book and sending her pictures of it. Oh, I got my book. And she said, it's like having a baby and not being able to hold it. So anyway, if you haven't gotten your book, please go on Amazon and order it. You can get the ebook And if you do read it, please rate it. Go on Amazon and give it however many stars you want to give it, or go on Goodreads, or go on both and rate it, because ratings are very, very important. Thank you, Sherry Maza. I'm very proud of her. Okay, the sun is starting to set, so I'm going to have to move to a different place. Let's go to a different place. Let's go over here. How's this? Better? I think so. Pull this chair out here. Oops. So anyway, we had such a lovely time, and if you're a patron, did you see the video that I made in Central Park for you? And did you guys see the video that I made in the room where I looked down and showed you the traffic from the Hilton Midtown? It was so fun. Who's Jay? What did Jay do? Congratulations to Jay. Who's Jay? Marty, you got to go back to your car and go home. Where are you? Okay, let me see what I missed reading and doing all that. Oh, Fran was happy to hear about the cold rinse. Connie said, I'm glad you're back. Thank you. Marty put the link in for that baby clock. So there it is. Click later, not now, she says. You can go back and watch this video with the comments in case you didn't know. Robin's loving the book. Asia says, thank you. Fran Apple said, loved your beautiful Patreon video from Central Park. Can't wait to receive my book. Michelle Kennedy Hawkins, we used Classen's Kid Sleep Moon Sleep Trainer, white, blue. But there's also a Grow Clock, both on Amazon. That's good to know. Nancy said, I love the feel of a new book in hand. I know, Nancy. Marty said, okay, back to my car and to go home. Where are you, Marty? Gretchen said, hey, Kat, welcome home from your trip. Thank you. Melissa said, bye, Marty. Melissa said, oh, that's such a sweet dedication. So beautiful. I'm tearing up. Connie said, congratulations. Congratulations. I don't know what you're saying, Nancy H., but maybe you describe it later. How wonderful. Makes me tear up, Dickie says. Deborah said, honestly, I think my 3-year-old wakes up my 5-year-old. Well, that's possible because my 3-year-old takes a nap during the day, so she isn't as tired, but I love nap time, so I use it to study. Do I really have to nix it? No, don't nix nap time. Sometimes you take a little kid off a nap and they don't sleep as well at night. Honestly, they need that nap time, and you need that nap time, and a 5-year-old needs rest time. They do. So put them all down. They all need to. Central Park looked beautiful. It was gorgeous. Who knew that you just walked to I walked like 6 blocks from the hotel and I was in Central Park. Just walked straight down 6th Avenue and I was in Central Park. It was just lovely and fun, awesome. I saw them, you did, Vicki. We did have such a wonderful time. We ate at wonderful places and we did wonderful things. I went to Mass at, I'm Catholic, I went to Mass at St. Patrick's downtown. It was just beautiful. I rode the subway a lot, which was an experience. What else did we do? We just, so many things. We went to the Met and looked at art and saw a particular painting that the artist person in this book particularly liked seeing a picture in the Met called Woman with a Parrot. And so Robin really wanted to, even though she picked that picture and she wrote the story, she said, I really want to see this picture in the Met, the woman with the parrot. And when we went down we were looking all over for it. When we found the particular gallery it was at the end of the gallery in a big frame. And she said, oh, I see it. And she got up to it and she started to tear up. And she said, just think, Lucy and Bass were what's his name? Sebastian. Yeah, Lucy and Bass were standing right here. She's so crazy. But she said it's like having her imagination brought to real life. It was really interesting to see how she related, and also how overwhelmed she became with all the attention. She is an introvert, and she got to the point where she was just really needing to be alone, and because people were all around her, and we took loads of pictures. At the end, she didn't want to be in any pictures. And on the last day we were there, she went by herself to Central Park for a couple of hours. And I went to Fox News. I was going to see if I could get on Fox News. I was too late, but that's okay. You know how people are in the thing waving. And then I went to Central Park and found her. She told me where she was, and I took a little rickshaw bicycle thing. I didn't want to walk that far, and found her. And she was just really enjoying herself. But I mean, she wanted me to come there. And she just really had a wonderful time, but it was time to go at the end. She was ready to go. She just is a real introvert, which is so funny because she can really turn it on, but that's not where her energy comes from, which is what inspired me to do that Patreon video about being, you know, if you need to get energy and you need to be alone, then make sure you take your free day and do that. Yeah, she's like her daddy. She is like her daddy. He's so funny. Karen and I are the extroverts, right? So we'll get on the elevator and say, "Hey, how are you today? And, oh, I like your shoes," and you know, and Larry and Robin are like, "Shh, shh, shh." You know, what were you doing talking to those people? Don't talk to people. And Larry always says his famous line. What's your famous line, Larry, about that murderer? Some murderer, he says. You know, he was a handsome and friendly guy. You never know who you're talking to. But he just uncomfortable talking to strangers. But once he doesn't, they're not strangers anymore, he's totally comfortable. And Robin's the same way. But it's those because strangers were coming up because they would hear him celebrating and say, "You wrote a book." And actually, she met a wonderful CFO from Texas, and her daughter were there. And I loved them. Karen loved them. We became friends. And Robin loved them. I mean, she did love them, but she was like, "Oh my goodness, this is just such an uncomfortable place for me," because she just really finds it hard to do that. So I know there are people like that out there, and doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It just means that you're an introvert and you need quiet a little bit, okay? All right, let's see. Nancy said, "Kat, you're a star to us. You don't need to be on Fox." I was just gonna wave to Larry, that's all. Bundy, that's it. Al Bundy was a nice guy. That's what he says. Don't talk to strangers. And I always tell him, I have a big old hairy angel that takes care of me, no worries, right? All right, looks like we have a mess back there, but it's not really. It just looks that way. All right, we've been on for 32 minutes, so I'm gonna go because I'm super tired tonight. I hope you guys have Ted Bundy. Thank you, Mr. B. What did I say, Al Bundy? Oh my goodness, what was that show called? Any of you people who are my age remember that show with Al Bundy and the redheaded wife? What was that? Yeah, I know. What was the name of the show? Fran Apple said, "My mother talked to everybody and she made me so uncomfortable, and guess what? Now I'm just like her." Oh, that's funny. Melissa said, "Married with children." Thank you. Yeah, not Al Bundy. Ted Bundy. Thank you, Susan. Oh my goodness. Have a great holiday weekend. Thank you, Nancy. My husband and I and my daughter Karen and her family are each taking out a boat. So we're going to go out and enjoy the day on Sunday before the holiday. And on Monday I'll be taking care of my parents. But on that Sunday we're going out for the day. Maybe we'll record some and put it on Kat and Mr. B. All right, girls. Have a wonderful evening. You know I love you. And I can't wait to talk to you again. Tomorrow is Friday, so I'll be talking to you in the morning only. And always remember that you are beautiful.